getting the party started. Carolyn and I were talking just before I hit the button, and she's hailing from Portugal, you guys. And I have Sylvie in the house who is hailing from Quebec. And I'm from Florida. So there's 3 countries that are amazing that we have social media to take advantage of these relationships. And why are we together? It is story teaser time for the Win the Wellness War. We Are Responsible compilation book. These 2 ladies are a part of that book, and the story teasers are just about teasing you literally with their stories that are going to be published the end of May, first part of June. There are going to be over 40 stories. We have 10 media partners now. It's so exciting. So that's what this is all about. The first book, if you guys want to find it, is The Fourfold Formula that is on Amazon. It came out last fall. There are going to be 3 books in the All Things Wellness series, and I've written it with my co-author, Markus Wettstein, who is an endocrinologist, and our foreword is being written by Dr. Hassan Tetteh, military guy, physician, author. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
What's up? Doing anything? Happy Sunday.
It's a beautiful day here in Portugal. The skies are blue. Yeah.
Well, here it's raining and it's chilly. So.
Well, I was already down to the beach and got some shells, and I don't know if you saw it. It scared me to death because there's actually a snail in one of them, and I had to put him back in the ocean.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, oh,
you got a visitor.
He was sunbathing too. He like put his head out and looked up at me, and I'm like, okay. Anywho, all right, let's get this party started. So gals, what I want you to do, let's read the title of your story, and then you're going to read just about 250 words to these guys. So Sylvie, will you take the lead on this, since this isn't your first go around? You were in the first book as well.
Yes, so happy to be in the second book as well, and looking forward for the third one as well. So yeah, my story is Who Are You Kidding? Okay. And here's the little extract from it. So it starts with, we are 100% responsible for life and for the events that happen for us, not to us. Yes, I said it. And as Tony Robbins is going to say the same thing. I hear you. That's not true. It takes 2 to tango. We're not the only one responsible. Well, it can be challenging to accept this and wrap our heads around this. But if you really take the time to think it through and look at our lives, we'll see that everything, good or bad, happens for us because of the action and choices that we took or did not take as well. Okay, so how we react makes the most significant difference. Is it easy? Hell no. It takes courage, humility, admitting and accepting without judgment, and living without regret. What is done. We can't change anything. So how did I take 100% responsibility for what had happened to me? And how did I learn to take responsibility? Well, I started struggling after I left corporate world. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had lost my self-confidence and found myself spinning in circle, trying many endeavors that didn't pan out, putting me in a precarious financial situation. Finally, after years of being either sick or medical leave or simply not performing at an acceptable level, I felt hopeless and prayed for profound miracles to happen. However, I believe that tiny, small, or big miracles happen daily if we just take the time to see them. This belief has brought me to where I am today and where I want and need to go.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah. Carolyn, what are your thoughts?
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that it is so wonderful. It's such a powerful insight and a great compass to live our life. And I tell my children all the time, it's not what happens to you, it is what you do with it. And that's exactly what you've done. And that takes work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sylvie, that was fabulous.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
She's such an eloquent writer and reader. You know, I
Mhm.
remember when we first met, do you remember that we did our first story teaser with Ziggy Salvation, who is also in this book and his previous book. And Ziggy and I know each other really well. And he's from New York and he speaks faster than I do. And so when we were done the story teaser, Sylvie and I chatted a little bit after Ziggy got off, and she said to me, and he knows this and he laughs, I didn't really understand anything he said because he talks so fast.
With the New Yorker accent, yes.
Exactly. All right, Carolyn, let's hear yours from hailing from Portugal.
So I hope people
Yes.
understand me despite my French accent.
Oh,
so.
no, you did beautifully.
No, yeah,
Beautiful.
you did great. You
Thank
did
you.
great.
Thank you.
Good job.
My story is about mind and body connection. It was a beautiful Monday morning in Houston, Texas. My husband and I were driving separately for our routine annual blood work. It was just another start to an amazing day, or so I thought. After 3 attempts to take my blood pressure, the tension in the room began to rise. The medical technician was looking at me, but really not looking at me. Something felt very off. The silence was broken when he nervously said he had no option but to call an ambulance and take me to the hospital. My blood pressure was elevated at a dangerous level that could not be ignored. How could this be happening? I've created a healthy lifestyle with regular exercise and good eating habits. I have worked too hard for too long to maintain my weight, my health, and my mental wellness. In the calmest voice I could muster, I told the technician that his blood pressure machine must be broken and there is no way I'm going to the hospital. My husband was calm, yet clearly concerned, and he drove me directly to our own doctor, who fit me into her schedule. Surely she would see that nothing was wrong with me, and it was just all one big mistake. It was not a mistake. I did not know high blood pressure was hereditary. I did not know high blood pressure was a silent killer. I did not realize that untreated high blood pressure increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, and other very serious health problems.
Wow.
See, what's so great about me being where I am is all the diversity of the content and the people and where they live and color and creed and religion. And I mean, it's, every day. I love it. Okay. Sylvie, what were your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I think the main thing is that we know that life is so precious and you never know when it's going to slip away. And thanks that you had that appointment that day, you know,
Right.
True.
because
Right.
it might have happened like a week, a month after that, you might have had a stroke.
Yep.
Or-
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. It was,
And-
and pardon me, it was scary as hell. I just did not know what to do.
Right.
and like you say, it's such a silent killer.
Mhm.
And we underestimate, I think, the importance of tracking our health.
That's right.
Like,
That was
I
one of
do
the
that,
that
you
was
know?
one of the main things when Markus and I talked about, because I took my coaching kind of content into all 3 books, the All Things Wellness Wheel, and you guys can read that and figure that all out. But the main thing that he and I were talking about with this book was we have to take responsibility. We can no longer point fingers and say, it's the doctors, it's the drugs, it's my neighbor, it's whatever. Figure it out. Show up.
Mhm.
It's who's going to do that for you? Like zero, because you have to take those steps. And something I told a client a couple years ago, and then we're going to let you guys go, is she knew all her health risks. She knew all of the data and she had the knowledge of what to do about it, but she wouldn't do it. And so finally I had her and her partner on a call at the same time. And I just said, so what you're telling me is that you have no problem with her having to take care of you in whatever condition that you're in, because you're not willing to take care of yourself today. So with the stroke, with the wheelchair, with medicine or an oxygen. So that's what you're willing to do right now. And it was like, whoa, because it isn't just about us.
Right.
Oh, look at us fired up. Okay, listen, you guys. I tell you, this book is a big one. The second one is a little bit bigger. I'm excited. You're going to hear more from these guys. They're from all over the world, all sorts of walks of life. And I love your stories, and they're going to send some messages. Seriously, just even today, corporate America taking responsibility and finding out that medical data that maybe we didn't know can save and change a life. All right, you guys, until next time. Bye, ladies. Thank you so
Thank
much.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye.
bye, Sylvie.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Nice.